guys ready? Yes. Sure. Baby sit. Okay. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen of the media fraternity. We are here to discuss a gazettement that was done yesterday and to inform Kenyans that this unprecedented action by government is one that we need to all understand clearly, that it is a special work day specifically designated for purposes of tree growing across the country, and it is happening in the whole of government, whole of society, whole of partnership approach, as it was seen that the gazettement happened under the Ministry of Interior, and the day designated is the 13th, Monday 13th November, which is a day which will also be marking the launch of the National Short Rains Tree Growing Campaign across the country as part of the bigger National Landscapes and Ecosystems Restoration Program towards the growing of 15 billion trees by 2032. And this is the initiative that we want to take our country from the current 12.3% tree cover to 30%. For us to meet the 15 billion target in 10 years, we need to grow at least 1.5 billion trees each year. For this short rain season, projected to be between October to December 2023, but of course we have seen a slight delay. We target to grow 500 million trees. And during the long rains of next year, April to June 2024, we will be targeting to do 1 billion seedlings in order for us to reach our 1.5 billion target of each year. Growing the 15 billion seedlings, like I like to say, looks very huge on paper, but broken down, it simply means that each and every one of us, 50 million Kenyans, need to only grow 30 seedlings each year in 10 years, and we will comfortably meet our target. It is as straightforward as that. In this regard, we have set a target of growing 100 million seedlings on the 13th only, on the day of Monday 13th. Simply put, if each Kenyan took advantage of this opportunity, even if we began on Friday, because then the day set aside is Monday. So if each Kenyan took upon themselves between Friday and Monday, even to do 2 seedlings, only 2 at the bare minimum, we will be able to reach 100 million seedlings just for this one day that we are setting aside. My appeal to fellow Kenyans, therefore, is that we should come out in our numbers on Monday. And like I say, we can begin right from the onset of the weekend to grow, to take our part to grow the trees. We have an application, a mobile application. We are calling the Jaza Miti app. And I want to urge all of us to record our tree growing activities in the Jaza Miti application, which we are going to disseminate across the country for each Kenyan to be able to access and document the growing of their trees. The application, as I say, is a mobile application that the ministry has developed to monitor and track the tree growing. If on the minimum 50 million of us Kenyans grew at least 2 seedlings on Monday next week, as I have said, this application would then document an additional 100 million seedlings during only this day. So we have the app where we can actually take tab of how much we should be able to achieve in this day. We have identified Q wetland in Makueni County for the rapid national tree growing on the 13th of November. And this is the site where His Excellency, the President, Dr. William Ruto, will preside the tree planting from. The national tree growing exercise will then concurrently run in all the 47 counties, presided over by cabinet secretaries. And as you know, we had on Friday, cabinet approve and direct that each cabinet secretary will be taking at least 2 counties where they will take leadership, not just for the 13th, but going forward in terms of providing the coordinatory leadership in partnership with the county governors. And we are in talk with the Council of Governors. We are in talks with the members of Parliament and members of county assemblies, the National Government Administration. So at the county level, we will have the leadership of CS, the governors, and the National Government Administration, where we will have a focal point for all the players, including the private sector and all government agencies that are within counties. The Kenya Forest Service, the NEMA, and KEFRI will also be very central at the county level to provide the technical support required for this county level coordination. The Q wetland, which is where we will have the event presided over by His Excellency the President, was selected as the venue for our tree growing activity, the main one. And this is in line with our National Wetlands Restoration Strategy, which has identified wetlands as having very high potential for ecosystem restoration, including tree growing and support for livelihoods because of the all-year availability of water in the wetlands. And we have also identified that or realized and noticed that a lot of destruction has been occasioned on our wetlands, beside them being the very low-hanging fruit in terms of how to realize our objective of ecosystem restoration. Each of my cabinet colleagues has been assigned 2 counties, as I have said, to oversee. And the cabinet secretaries will be hosted by respective county governors, supported by county commissioners, the principal secretaries to the respective ministries, senior government officials, county environment committees, development partners, civil society, faith-based organizations, and community-based groups, among others. And at this point is really to urge all our partners to feel free to identify the county within which they wish to participate in this exercise. During the Monday launch and beyond, tree growing activities will be cascaded to sub-counties, locations, and sub-location levels under the coordination of the National Government Administration and sub-county environment committees, Kenya Forest Service and KEFRI in each respective county. I would again like to appeal to our partners and well-wishers, including private sector, to support the accelerated tree growing activities throughout the short rains period by, among others, the purchase of seedlings from private nurseries, community-based organizations and community forest associations to ensure that we have adequate seedlings for the short rains season and beyond. As a ministry, we have put in place measures, again on a whole of government approach to ensure sufficient production and or propagation of seedlings across the country. We have tree nurseries across the country within the Kenya Forest Stations. We have the Carefree Seed Centers and stations across the country. But beyond that, we need the support of each and every individual Kenyan, our various partners, to help us achieve the targets that we have set for tree growing, which will definitely go beyond the stocks of seedlings that we have at government level. Let it also not be lost on us that as a country, we are in the current economic difficulties due to a drought that has decimated our landscapes and ecosystems, as well as devastated livelihoods. As a ministry, we are determined to get our country out of the cyclic climate extremes by implementing the ambitious landscapes and ecosystem restoration program. And I would like to encourage all of us to take tree growing as a national duty, given the importance of trees in enhancing livelihoods, supporting our climate change resilience, as well as taking into consideration the nexus of scarcity of resources due to degraded landscapes and ecosystems with peace and national security. We have reports showing that climate change is up at the top in terms of the causes of national level insecurity in this country because of scarcity of resources and the conflicts that come with it due to the climate change crisis. We have set aside this day not only to manifest the importance we pay to our landscape and ecosystem restoration efforts, but also hoping that we can start inculcating in our generations the culture of landscape and ecosystem restoration, including tree growing. We have a lot of behavior change and value system recalibration for us to understand how important it is for every individual Kenyan to take environmental conservation and protection very seriously. And the beauty of tree growing